This is Karl's bus. I've been working on this in my spare time for the last few months. This is a surplus bus that I think he paid about $1,500 for. Runs good. He took all the seats out. And I'll show you the inside in a minute. First thing you should do if you're going to do one of these is put a lock on the battery compartment, because the batteries were stolen and it cost about $280 to replace those, and that was at half price essentially. I don't know what he's going to do with the outside. He started putting this black stripe down the side. I like that. I would just do that on both sides and leave it looking like a school bus. I think be less likely to be broken into that way. These windows, it looks like kind of like they're blacked out, but there's wood paneling on the inside. Now down here, there's room down here. If you wanted to put in a generator, you could put it right down here. Just cut an opening for it, or put some solar panels on top, which we have not done. Basically what we have here is a mobile office. That's what Karl wanted. So, got an RV step. I bought this on eBay. It was about $100. This flooring is a 1/2-inch birch plywood, and underneath is about a 1/4-inch subfloor. If I was going to do this again, I would drop the subfloor, just go with a 3/4-inch plywood, and I would use the oak because it looks nicer. So the birch is stained and varnished. If you're going to do this, be sure and sand it after you get it in before you stain it and varnish it. It's going to work out a whole lot better. I assumed that it was smooth enough, but it wasn't. This is a cabinet that came from an estate sale. The doors latch shut, so that's nice. He's got another cabinet here that he got at an estate sale, and these have the baby latches on them so that they stay shut when you're driving around. I've got a countertop that I made for it out of the same material that the floor is made of, so it matches. And then these rails on this luggage rack is made out of that same material and stained the same color. And it makes it pretty nice because you can store stuff up here and it won't come out while you're driving. These walls, that's that same subflooring material. It's about a 1/4-inch thick, and it's screwed on. These originally, the top and the bottom that is now black, it was the same color as the roof or the ceiling, and the same color as the wheel wells. Now if I was going to do this again, I'd want to try to find one that did not have the wheel wells on the inside, because you've got more usable space that way. Back behind these panels, I've got about a 1/2-inch insulation. It's a sheeting material that you can cut to the right size. There was a luggage rack over here that he took out. He's got air conditioners here, but these are only when it's driving. You really would need, and eventually we will probably put a window unit back here, something that's for an RV. And he's got no electrical outlets here, but he's going to put in a long strip and somehow run this to outside for power. This sofa came also from an estate sale, and the only thing I did, these cabinets are both attached, screwed to the wall, but the only thing I did to mount this here is put it down, ran a strip of caulk along the front to hold it in place. He's got a stereo system that he had installed, and then we've got 2 skylights here. These used to be emergency hatches, but I took the hatch out and used a heavy, about a 1/2-inch plexiglass to make skylights.